I'm your host, BrightLearn, and today I am absolutely thrilled to bring you a conversation that is not just thought-provoking, but also incredibly timely. We're going to explore an interview featuring Mike Adams, a well-known voice in the world of alternative media and a passionate advocate for self-reliance and preparedness. This interview is packed with insights about the world we're living in, the challenges we face, and most importantly, the hope for a brighter future. Now, if you're familiar with Mike Adams, you know he's a man who doesn't shy away from tough conversations. He's the founder of BrightLearn and a prominent figure in the health and wellness space, often referred to as the Health Ranger. In this interview, he sits down with Seth Holehouse from Man in America to discuss a topic that's both terrifying and, surprisingly, filled with hope. The collapse of systems that many of us have come to rely on, and the emergence of new, more morally grounded ways of living. So, what exactly did Mike Adams have to say? Well, let's break it down. The interview kicks off with a sobering acknowledgement of the times we're living in. We're in the midst of a collapse, but not just any collapse. According to Mike, this is a spiritual war, a battle between pure demonic evil and the forces of good, life, love, and freedom. It's a war that manifests in many forms, from political and cultural clashes to geopolitical tensions. But here's where things get interesting. Mike emphasizes that while the collapse is frightening, it's also a necessary step towards a better future. He points out that the systems failing around us, be it the dollar, the food supply, or the political and justice systems, are often the ones rooted in evil and corruption. And as these systems crumble, new, more virtuous systems are emerging. Think homeschooling, God-centered entertainment, and a return to traditional values. Now, I know what you're thinking. It sounds a bit like doom and gloom, right? But Mike doesn't stop there. He paints a picture of a future where those who are prepared, those who are morally grounded, and those who are willing to fight for what's right will not only survive, but thrive. He talks about a relocalization of community, where people will have to rely on those who are geographically close to them for trade and barter, as global supply chains collapse. This is where the conversation takes a turn towards the practical. Mike emphasizes the importance of being self-reliant, of having skills that can sustain you and your family. He advocates for old-fashioned values and skills like growing your own food, repairing your own equipment, and being able to live off the grid. It's a call to action for all of us to prepare for a future that's less dependent on the systems that are currently failing. But what about the human element? Mike doesn't shy away from the harsh realities of the depopulation agenda that's currently underway. He argues that the very people pushing for depopulation are, ironically, the ones who are being culled. Whether it's through vaccine injuries, infertility, or other means, the evil is in many ways self-destructing. And on the flip side, those who are living more traditionally, who are having larger families and focusing on sustainability, are the ones who will inherit the earth. This brings us to a crucial point: morality. Mike believes that morality is not just a personal choice, but a survival strategy. In a world where the lines between right and wrong have been blurred, he argues that adhering to a strict moral code is essential. It's about understanding the principles that define our humanity and sticking to them, even when it's difficult. Now, as I listened to this interview, I couldn't help but reflect on my own life and the choices I've made. Like many of you, I've had my own dark night of the soul, where the reality of the evil in the world became painfully clear. But what Mike is saying gives me hope. It reminds me that even in the darkest times there is a path forward, a path that leads to a future where goodness, morality, and traditional values are not just surviving but flourishing. So what can we take away from this conversation? First and foremost, it's a reminder that we are in control of our own destiny. We have the power to choose a different path, to build a parallel society that reflects our values and beliefs. Whether it's through supporting alternative platforms like BrightLearn, homeschooling our children, or simply living in a way that aligns with our principles, we can all be a part of this new reality. I encourage each and every one of you to think about what you can do to contribute to this shift. Maybe it's starting a garden, learning a new skill, or reaching out to your neighbors and building a community. Whatever it is, remember that every action counts. We are the spellbreakers, the ones who are breaking free from the illusions and moving into a world that is grounded in truth and reality. Thank you for joining me on this journey. I hope this conversation has inspired you as much as it has inspired me. If you want to dive deeper into Mike Adams' work, I highly recommend checking out brighteon.com, and if you're interested in hearing more from me, don't forget to subscribe to BrightLearn and share it with your friends and family. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep breaking those spells. God bless you all. This is BrightLearn, signing off. Take care and stay curious.
This has been a BrightLearn.ai summary of an interview between Seth Holehouse and Mike Adams on September 24th, 2023. The full interview is available at brighteon.com, where you can also find podcasts and special reports by Mike Adams and other creators. Visit naturalnews.com for full editorial coverage of this interview and breaking news on critical stories that will keep you informed and aware of what's really going on.